Yes, that's right. December 2022, last live of 2022. Yo, we're here. Chris Jeanty of SeeJeanty Media. We're here. Got a great show ahead of you. We got so much to talk about. We got to do the annual wrap up. And of course, we got a real special guest, right? If you're watching this post fact, stay tuned. We got an incredible show. Those who are coming in now, welcome. Per usual, I got to do the whole behind the scenes, get things going. Just want to get the live up, and allow folks to start to get their seats, get a chair, get prepped, get their popcorn, get their coffee. You're probably where you're watching this from. It's probably cold right now. Chances are it's probably cold right now. Listen, if your boy who's currently, in the really southern part of the hemisphere, is wearing a sweater, you know it's cold. You know it's chilly. So get some hot cocoa, you know, and we got an incredible show ahead of us, right? So I'm gonna play the ambient stuff in the background as we get the show going. I'll be back in about 2, 3, 4 minutes. If you're watching this post fact, just go ahead and jump ahead. But if you're watching this live, enjoy the beautiful scenery, all shot by the SeeJeanty Media team, by the way. Everything you're watching here, this is just some, stuff that we got somewhere. No, this is, the SeeJeanty Media group, and our many travels across Haiti. We got some great footage, and this is what you're gonna be looking at. So, all right, anyways, we'll be back. Stay right there. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. Don't be afraid, won't let you fall, girl. And we are live. We are live streaming on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're even on IG. Got IG rolling here today. You know, we're live. You know, what else? What else we on? We on all of them. We're on all of them right now. Right. Hello. This is December 24th of December. I want to say what's up to every single person who gets to come, who's coming in, who got to see this year. You know, this year has been a tremendous year for a lot of people, and I think everyone watching can say, the folks you started in 22 with, not 100% are there. Not 100% are still with us. And so, if you're watching this, first and foremost, thank God. Thank God that you're able to see the year. I think we all got to say that. Thank God, because we know this. Tomorrow is not promised. We got to make the most of every single day, right? And so, first and foremost, thank God. So, welcome to the last show of 2022. Not the last show ever. Many shows to come, God will. But welcome, right? We have a very special show ahead of us here. So I'm gonna just jump right into the meat and sauce of things. Let me just knock out the usual top of the hour things, right? Premier là, comme toujours, c'est aspect créole là, pour ça nous va engager ça n'a fait là en créole. Et la raison c'est que il y a un espace qui existait qui est construit sur conversation d'Haïti avec une perspective qui est plus sur aspect optimiste. Il m'a dit que nous totalement by vague aspect pessimiste là, mais nous plus focus sur et possibilités qui existent. Et ma vie bague espace ça vraiment qui existait en anglais. Regarde ça et l'autre situation tout qui me dit ça c'est plus grave c'est que il y a l'autre monde qui a contrôlé narrative nous et comme dit l'autre monde l'autre ogre ça veut dire CNN, Fox News et Vice News et côté yo envoyer journalistes pour entrer dans le pays pas dans le pays nous mais some way somehow yo joindre barbecue pour bailler au micro et son bail qui tellement bizarre magawan et que on est au BBQ qui est plus journalistes médias qui beaucoup côté étranger qui des majorité monde qui a goumé pour Haïti qui a fait des activités des projets qui vraiment intéressants et qui vraiment bail PA espoir qui a développé PA m'gadou ça clair c'est pas jolie que m'a fait c'est en réalité m'a partagé c'est qu'il y a plus de monde qui a fait bombarder pour Haïti qui est des bandits qui est des politiciens qui est des oligarques il y a plus engagement positif quand on parle avec vous là jeudi à la 24 décembre 2022 qui est négatif qui existait mais malheureusement c'est négatif qui est toute plateforme qui partage qui get toute attention nous c'est triste mais espace à son côté qui c'est pas nous pas seulement voyer monter bah qui encourager qui bah encouragement mais tout nous faisons une langue internationale pour tout le monde qui comprend. OK? Oui, il y a un aspect haïtien qui pas comprend nous, désolé pour ça. Mais c'est pas tout que manquer des sources pour de nouvelles nous gain est-ce que me doit répéter tout côté moun ka joine information en créole pour bon haïtien, mais simplement comparer tout côté ça qui existait avec côté internationalement que moun ka joine en nouvelle qui focus dans le langage international. M'attend nous bon en quantité qui exact et qui plus que ça qui créole là a fini m'a bien content pour me consulter pour faire une mission totalement créole. Mais quand me tout ça tout qui nous dit en dernière parole et me pour mettre mon qui suivre et live yo me pour mettre next live là c'est encore le d'apied. OK, me pour mettre ça oui, mais show ça c'est un show spécial par rapport moun nou gen qui parle participer aujourd'hui a. So m'a fait le genre qu'on toujours fait. OK, mais pour mettre tout premier show qui en fait en janvier. Premier show qui en fait en janvier, c'est 100% encore la pied. OK? So ça pour mettre tout, pour ça m'a niguer, m'a retourner, m'a faire back sous pour mettre pour ça et nap fait encore. Ça veut dire que désolé pour nous, c'est moun qui pas trop fanatique accent, moun qui pas trop fanatique jamba les girls là, désolé pour ou a bien inétant et demi, 2 ans plus totalement créole. Simplement finalement moun qui vinn sou ba yo qui a bon pression au prix ça nous va faire dans langue peuple là langue moun nou m'ga dit janvier 2023 al gadil a fini ou ga gon pour ça nous va faire nous va raison nous va faire dans créole parce que tellement créole a malouk on nous pas faire là encore. So anyways, so we just our usual, a little bit of a asterisk disclaimer where we talk about why the show is in Creole, English. It's really to give an international perspective and give folks a source of what's going on in Haiti that they can understand. And because right now those who control our narrative aren't us; they're over there in CNN or on Fox or on Vice, they're Miami Herald, and they're all focused on the absolute negative and worse. Meanwhile, there are more people, more things, more positive news happening every single day that regrettably doesn't get any bit of focus. But that's why SeeJeanty exists. And that's why I'm so glad, consistently, folks, you guys are watching and consistently you guys come support the live, right? Just a quick, just going through let's continue with the top of the hour stuff. Remember, the book is out. The book is out. 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti. Lucrative business ideas, insightful success stories, and interesting business opportunities for visionary entrepreneurs. That book is out. You can get that on Amazon. You get the digital version. You can also get the hard book version. Makes a great gift for the holidays. Even though that, tomorrow's Christmas might be a little too late, but the digital version, you can get that right away. Makes a great gift for someone and who's looking to engage and do something in Haiti. And the real positive of that book is the fact that it's really a case study of multiple businesses that are given the ideas that are presented. There's businesses doing variations of those ideas, and we talk about them, right? And so it's not just a guy sitting with ideas, and we're actually exploring actual businesses who are finding success even as Haiti as it is right now. A lot of these businesses are still pushing, and it's really a session because Haiti doesn't change until we find that secret sauce, right? And it's not 100% of all business go to Haiti and fail, right? There's a percentage that are making it. We focus on the percentage that are making it, and we try to crack that secret sauce to figure out how can they be successful, because it's only when we have that critical mass of successful businesses, successful entrepreneurs, successful Haitians who are able to return despite whatever the conditions, will Haiti change, right? So that book explores it, and hopefully you enjoy it. So do take a look at it. I do encourage you guys to go ahead and continue the conversation even after our live is over. Join the SeeJeanty Action Group. It doesn't cost a thing. It's just a Facebook group. You join, and because this show used to be every day. Used to have an everyday show. But of course, real life, all the things I'm involved in, I'm not a media personality. I don't have any real ambition to be, in media. I'll be honest. I do this because it's important to share our story. It's important that, I don't see anyone else doing it, focused. And so I'm here, I'm in that space. because I, that's the personality I have. I don't sit and complain. I watch and do, right? But and because I'm not necessarily engaged in media 100%, I don't like that the conversation we're having in this space that is critically important isn't happening as often. So this action group is a space for everyone to continue to share encouraging stories and share the beauty of our country. A space to share, promote what they have going on. Seek collaboration. So join the SeeJeanty Action Group. It's a fantastic space, and it's going to help for those who like what we have going on here. I do encourage the private WhatsApp group. The private WhatsApp group is the Patreon of the channel. The backbone of the infrastructure is really supported through the Action private WhatsApp group. We have two. It's not just a guy. We have videographers. We have drivers. We have equipment, and that all that costs a little something, right? And for a monthly contribution, right, you're able to not only support the show, right, but also I'm in there, and we have 30 to 40 of some of the most productive Haitians I've ever had a chance to meet. Some of the most informative, informed Haitians who I've had a chance to daily communicate with and stay in contact with. Not only am I given a chance, I give my 100% to whoever everyone's in there and what they have going on, but each other folks in there give their 100% to help each other out. It's really a collaborative community that you get a lot more value back than what you're putting in just that the few $20 of that's going to support everything else. So to join it, I dropped the link in the chat, and you'll be in good company, right? And again, you'll know that you're supporting what we got going on here, because again, we're looking to have an incredible upcoming year, and it's through those supporters that we're able to do it. So again, thank you for that in advance for those who are currently doing it and those who may join us after this live. And of course, hyprodistribution.com. Listen, folks ask when I say I'm not in the media, like you ask yourself, what are you then? What are you? I'm an entrepreneur, and hyperdistribution is the venture, is the thing I was always working towards. We're getting Haitian products made in Haiti, and we're getting them out to the world, right? We're getting them out to South Florida, and we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. We're doing multiple containers. Look at this upcoming year, multiple containers per month, and I have to say, it has been an easy journey. It continues to be a challenge. Anything when it comes to doing business in Haiti continues to be a challenge. But I can say the reward thus far has been fantastic, knowing that at the end of the day, the fundamental real impact of getting Haiti to change is this sort of stuff, right? Getting our products that are made, providing employment, getting it out to the world, and all the benefits that implies. And if you're interested, go to the website. Send a message. We have a lot of different products that are available. We sell wholesale, so not just a guy wanting one individual item, but you want a few cases, you want a pallet. You reach out to us, and we'll take care of you. But also for those who just want one thing or two things directly out of Haiti, do go take a look at the website. There's the products you see on there. It will take you straight to Amazon, right? And you'll be able to buy these products for yourself to consume on Amazon. And FBA, I'm talking about, you click that, next day they're available to you, right? So, and again, special hats off to, the folks, because this is a 100% Haitian Diaspora investment project. We raised a good amount of funds for this. And quite frankly, how do I say this without sounding braggartly? We're looking, to me, if Haiti can stay stable, that's always the big question. Can Haiti stay stable? To me, it's not about when we hit them. It's not if we hit $1 million in revenue. It's when. Now we talking June, we talking July, we talking October. That's what we're at right now with hyper distribution. We're doing it. We're doing it aggressively, and I just want to say hats off to the fact that we're proving the business model. We're proving that there is a market. There are things being done. There is a market here, and we're changing the game. So it's just it's there for you guys to know. If you guys want to plug in, participate, right? So that's the top of our stuff. We're through it, and just wanted to now really get to the core of what we want to talk about. Of course, we're gonna have a special guest. Our special guest will be, so it's about 10:20, 2024 right now. Our special guest will be on about 10:45, right? So in between now and then, I just want to talk to you. I just want to talk to you. Right? Let me give you a sip of water. And what do I want to talk about? This year, man. This year has been an incredible year. I want to talk about SeeJeanty Media first and foremost, and then we'll talk about the country and where we're going and what's been happening, and then where do I see things going in 2023, right? Spoiler alert, I'm optimistic. I'll tell you why. Just stay tuned. So this past year, when I look at the milestones of SeeJeanty Media, I mean, we've of course we hit 20K in followers, and that's fantastic. To hit that, we got our first award. I want to get a shout out to Haitians who blog, who gave us our first award. Which was great to receive. That top YouTuber award. And that's for the whole team, really. We're able to achieve that. Because it's nice. We don't do it for the accolades, but it's nice. It's nice to receive a pat on the back, a attaboy once in a while, and especially when it comes from our community. So shouts out to Shirley Dorr for that, and for putting that platform together, and to provide that attaboy within our community. So thanks for that. We had some incredible videos that we did throughout the year. Probably the most, my biggest hat in the cap has to be Cap. The fact our Cap Haitian series finally because it's funny enough that so Cap Haitian was the first video that I did when I rebooted SeeJeanty Media, because understand, with SeeJeanty we had at a period where when I first went to Haiti, I was it wasn't even a vlog style. I don't think it was a vlog style. We were out and I was doing different content. Meanwhile, while I was launching one of my first ventures, which was a staffing company, and real quick, I realized I couldn't do both. I couldn't grow my staffing company and be focused and do media, just editing and shooting and all the stuff involved with it. So I took a break on that, focused on the staffing, got the staffing where it needed to be, and then decided, was able to refocus back on the media. And that's when I realized too, when I was going to do the media, I was going to do it differently. I was going to, I'm always going to be business minded, so I need to grow the infrastructure that allows me to do my entrepreneurial activities while still having the media not be slowed down. And I got a full-time videographer, right? So Cap Haitian is particularly special for me because that is the series where I shot for the first, not this one, but way back when. You feel free to look at it, where I shot the entirety of that time there myself, edited it myself, before my videographer started doing his thing, started doing his work. And so, to go back, to, in a sense, where it started, right, was great. And in particular, I do encourage you guys to watch that video. It was cool. And I proposed to my wife on Citadel Lafayette on there. I think that video should get a lot more views given how important it was for me. But to go back, Cap Haitian almost has a spiritual quality for me. Cap Haitian really is that special. It's special for me and my formation and everything. And so it was good to be back there and highlighting the different things we did. And quite frankly, one of the best parts of that episode was, highlighting a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of the change makers that were doing things, especially in that first episode, that were doing things in the country. And so that sort of had to be a highlight for us. And just in general, I think I want to give a hats off to my team, Peniel Marisol, Jean-Clay Samedi, who are my two videographers. And I want to give a hats off and accolades to them because they've really stepped up, and particularly this year in particular. I mean, last year they stepped up, but this year particularly, I have put more power in their hands to draft ideas, to come up with content on their own, and they've stepped up. They stepped up in terms of being able to find where things are happening, come up with ideas, put them together, and really drive a lot of the constant contact of constant content of the channel. And so I want to say hats off to them, and I want them to continue to do what they're doing. It's always important to acknowledge, those the folks and those who are around you, right? And of course, the algorithm hasn't been so kind. I'll be able to say that. I'll say this: the algorithm hasn't been so kind to us, I feel like, because when I do compare, listen, I always say that our views isn't what drives me; it's the quality of the content, right? But still, when I do compare us when I was more at the helm and more upfront, and we were doing a lot more stuff, when I compare and think about those, that period, and the views that we're getting, then it's hard not to say, our productivity from that perspective hasn't fallen off, right? But the quality is even better from compared to that period to this, and I feel like the algorithm has something to do with it, because I know we're not following the rules of the algorithm, i.e., we're not posting. Basically, YouTube wants you to post, if not every day, but damn near almost every day, right? And so the fact that we're not doing that, right, the fact that we can go sometimes 2 weeks and not post anything, right, that affects things, right? But that's why it's even more important, those who are watching live right now, if you like what we do, if you like SeeJeanty, do always make it a point to do the basic things that help the algorithm not screw us over, and that is like a video. Even if you're watching this right now, if you're watching this live right now, if you're in my voice, hit the like button. For real, hit it, right? Definitely leave a comment. Always leave a comment. It doesn't have to be anything. Just give me one word, nice. Just leave a comment, right? And definitely share it to one person. Even one person. And those three things put together shows engagement. Tells YouTube, hey, you know what? Maybe we should share this, video on people's feeds, right? Because at the end of the day, we do want this content to go out there. We do want, the narrative of behind Haiti to change, right? And what's funny is, despite the viewer count maybe not being as strong comparatively, when I'm out, like I'm out in Haiti, I'm out in the airport, I'm at the airport in particular, wherever I'm out, I can say I get more, hey, SeeJeanty, now than I did back when we were dropping videos and getting, those higher counts. So I feel like it's very weird. I think what's happening is what should happen, which is the folks who are most engaged in Haiti know about SeeJeanty Media, know about what we're trying to do, and are watching the content and sharing the content. And so we're just sort of building like a sub ecosystem right now, of action-minded people, which has always been the goal, right? The goal. I don't create junk content just for views, you see. And that's a big thing, I guess, that will always prevent us from, a lot of folks are like, this video should have 1 million views. I mean, the reason why it would probably never have that sort of level of views, quote unquote, is that we're not creating junk. Junk is easy to consume and consumed universally, right, for its junkiness. That's why TikTok is popular. It knows how to mathematically present you the junk that you like, and the addictive junk that you like. I think what we have going on here at SeeJeanty Media is we have those who are, number one, most engaged in Haiti, those who are looking to be most engaged in Haiti, those who understand the complexity of Haiti, right? And don't just buy into the crap and the caca that Vice and Miami Herald and CNN and everyone's throwing at us. I think SeeJeanty is becoming a home for us to recharge, to see to view what we need to view to keep us going. And again, it's almost, I'm saying this as if I'm surprised or it's not an intention. But sometimes when you're doing something, as long as we have been doing SeeJeanty Media, sometimes it may not feel as if you're doing, you're moving towards the direction and the intent that you want to be moving towards. But the fact that we actually are, I think, it's a will and testament to, to the consistency of what we're doing, but also to you guys, to you guys who are watching, right? Because you guys who are watching are, I always, when it comes to school, let me take a quick tangent real quick. I promise it'll make sense. I always questioned schools, because I always question, especially schools in America in particular, because I question exactly the effect of good schools versus schools that aren't good. Because so much of what makes a good school are the students who attend the school. Especially when you look at what's happening in a lot of countries, a lot of places in America right now, you see this magnetization of schools, or you have this self-selection of schools where, even to get into the quote unquote good schools, you have to test in, you have to have a particular high GPA, or you got to have a high, whatever test, state standard test to even get in. And it makes me think, if a school is a good school, to me, it should take anyone and make them good, right? But to be fair, there's a lot of social issues right now, and America is certainly failing from a social perspective of taking care of people. Okay, that's the proper counter argument to that for anyone who's thinking it. But at the end of the day, what's happening is the good schools are made up of good students, right? And with that, bringing it back home, the community, SeeJeanty is a good space because we have good viewers, right? Our viewers are making SeeJeanty media good, you see? So anyways, let me stop. People are going to think I'm a bashi figi. I'm not. I'm just giving the wrap up. of SeeJeanty media as well. So the short of it is we're going to keep doing what we're doing. There's going to be even more independent content being created. Shout out to my maison immobilier, Spencer, who's really taking the helm of the real estate side of what we're doing. I hope you guys appreciate Spencer and my maison immobilier and the real estate highlights we've been able to do with his real estate company. I think one thing you guys don't really appreciate enough is that there aren't real realtors in Haiti. I've been approached by a lot of folks who say they're realtors, who say, oh, they have stuff. I had even one guy who had a real estate group who kicked me out because I never highlighted them, because they never had me never sent me anything to highlight, which was a little crazy. But Spencer and them is the most genuine, true realtor I've met in Haiti, where literally he has relationships with the owners. A lot of these guys don't have relationships with the owners. He has a relationship with the owners, and real access. A lot of these guys don't have real access. They just see a number, and then once you hire them, they try to get a contact with that particular person, and a lot of times they won't even get in contact with them, right? So I want to just give Spencer a quick shout out for being a real realtor. And again, if you guys are looking for a home or apartment or something, don't hesitate. He is the real deal, and everyone I've connected him with has had positive reviews. He also has Airbnbs too. He has Airbnbs if you're looking for just a quick stay, quick weekend stay. Spencer, my maison immobilier will help you with that. So quick shout out to him. Just talk about Haiti in general real quick. Haiti has been, Haiti this year was an incredible year for Haiti, negatively, honestly. Between the gangs taking over, the pays lock that we had, the gangs taking over, the country, not just figuratively, but literally with the ports. I know a lot of people who lived through a lot of Haiti. We're talking about early 90s Haiti. We're talking about second iced Haiti, right? And they haven't seen Haiti in the state Haiti has been, right? I know a lot of folks who left Haiti, because of everything that's been happening, right? And it has not been easy to do, this content as well, because this for the first time in the 5+ years I've been doing SeeJeanty media. if someone would ask me, should I visit Haiti right now? Makasho Zike, I don't hide the fact that I tell them no. I tell them to wait a little bit, right? Because right now, there was a period last year when there was a lot of manifestation, pays law, etc., because of Jovenel and a lot of the, street protests. I was telling folks not to come because you just wouldn't be able to go anywhere, because of the street protests. Tires will be burning. But this year was the first year I was telling people not to come because of genuine insecurity concerns. Because when you have a state that the police have no control of your ports, you see what I'm saying? But what I can say is, coming out of this, being on the other side and being really with the worst, truly the worst Haiti has been in, going into 2023, I am simultaneously the most optimistic I have ever been on Haiti. Honestly, since first moving here, for a lot of different things that have been happening, that we've been watching, between the sanctions of very high-ranking politicians, sanctions of high-ranking business people who we all know have had a hand and impact in the insecurity that's been happening. I won't rename the names. You can go ahead and just do a Google search, type in Canada sanctions, and you'll see real quick who's been sanctioned, and what some of the aftermath has been. And to me, a military force coming into Haiti, right, without what's has happened right now, would have been nothing, right? If a clear message wasn't sent for the folks who are causing the insecurity and instability in the first place, right? And why I'm so optimistic is that, this is really one of the first times we've seen. I mean, we've had periods where particular folks were sanctioned, cool, but this is the first time where the intention of what's happening right now is to go after those with clear relationships with the Bunzi, clear relationships with security apparatus, right? And because there is a clear intention to go after, those who have relationships with this insecurity, is exactly why I think we're going into 2023. Honestly, there's one thing that might derail this optimism, and that regrettably is elections. When elections happen in Haiti, it's really a free-for-all. It's the most it is a free-for-all, right? And it brings out the worst elements of our society. I'm a Democrat. I'm for democracy, but still, the reality is, during the election times, it's all no holds bar in terms of what's going to happen, right? So minus that part of it, right? 2023 is looking to be pretty good, and quite frankly, if somebody were to ask me, Chris, can I come in 2023? I'm gonna tell them, yes. 2023 is not only just a time to come. 2023 is a time to put your money out. I think, if you're sitting on a stack of money and looking to do something, I think this is the year to do it. Not only because this year is not only going to be a calm, cool year, and there's been a lot of pent up energy, for folks to come and visit. You make your return this year, but of course you want to structure it, because we don't necessarily know what's going to happen next year. But there's other positive signs. There might be a security force that comes. However you may feel about intervention, I can say, that an additional boost in our security infrastructure is never a bad thing. You see, so there's a lot of different things going on that I think, looking into 2023, I'm very optimistic for the country. And again, in the reality is, the fact of the matter is, guys, is that this insecurity isn't. And a lot of folks, CNN and Fox, will make you want to think that what has been happening in Haiti has been just pure chaos with no head of the snake. There is heads of the snake, and even if you can say, okay, well, the folks targeted aren't the head of the snake, the heads of the snakes are watching, and I can say with a very strong, because I've had the opportunity to meet people from all walks of background in Haiti. Given what I do and given that I am in business, and I can tell you, there's that class of people. Put them in jail, they'll accept it. Touch their money, they won't. Because when you understand, when you get sanctioned, it's not just a slap on the wrist. When you get sanctioned, you lose access to the SWIFT system of banking. You cannot wire money, right? And so when that happens, right, and you lose effectively the ability to bank, right, at least under your name, anyways, you lose the ability to bank. That's a big deal, right? That's a big deal when you lose the ability to bank as a business person, right? And of course, sanctions aren't permanent. You can get sanctions removed, right? Because at the end of the day, sanction is really just a political act, from one country to another, i.e., or a group of people. Because it's political rather than legal, you can politically get out of it, right? So it's not permanent, but nonetheless, no business person wants to be inconvenienced to that level, right? Even for a short term of time, right? And so a lot of folks who were putting money out for insecurity, a lot of people were putting money out to destabilize the country, really terrorize the country. They're bringing their money in. They're not putting that money out because they don't know who's watching them. They don't know how Canada's getting their information about who to sanction. And I'm telling you, this is really one of the most optimistic times for Haiti. And I can tell you heard it. Okay. This 2023 is going to be one of the calmest, best times. And those plan your trip. Plan your trip. I'm telling you, plan your trip to Haiti 2023. Plan it. I stand behind that statement. Plan your trip to Haiti. 2023 is going to be a year for Haiti. I promise you. All right. So that's kind of my sort of top of the hour wrap up. I just wanted to talk about SeeJeanty Media a little bit. We did that, and where we're going. I wanted to talk about Haiti real quick, and we did that, right? And of course, there's a lot of stuff. I want to give a quick shout out real quick. As always, to the folks in the chat real quick. I want to say Lance Bourgeois, what's up? Will Amazon, what's up? Camille Waters, what's up? Miss Ether, what's up? France, what's up? Pascal Bellany, what's up? Oh, big fan of Pascal. Happy to have you in there. Katoon Aim, what's up? Happy to have you in the chat. We got Guy Destin, what's up? LM, the veteran, the chat, SeeJeanty chat veteran. Always happy to see you, LM. Rich Too Smooth, what's up? What's up? We got Urujo channel. Urujo doing great things. Do check that channel out and what that stuff he has going on. We got Mr. Z in the house. What's up? W. Francois, what's up? Let's see. Let's see. And I think that's all the names I could see. Love and Life, what's up? Lucky Respect, what's up? And then let's go to IG real quick and just give a quick shout out, super quick, to some of the folks in there. Let's see. Folks who left a comment anyways. Let's see. Oh, we got Marcus. What's up, man? Happy to have you in the chat. We got Linus Limbaz. What's up? We got okay. Oh, we got somebody else in there. I don't want to breathe the name, but what's up? We got Girl with the Remission. What's up? So this show is real special, right? Not only because it's the last show of the year, but also we have a special guest. We have a real special guest that I've been following for a long time. I think you all have been following her for a long time. She has been really lighting up social media, particularly because of the way she attacks important subjects, right? And I say attack purposefully as a verb because, you kind of have to go at it headstrong, full speed ahead, but then also bring it, right? And what she brings is her information, right? I think, when people ask, and I always say this in the top of my shows, what's going to take for me to do my shows totally in Creole, and it's folks like our guest who are doing things like she's doing, but doing it in English, right? In a language that is as for the same reason at the top of where I talk about informing everyone, right? Because there's a lot of misinformation on Haiti. There's a lot of misunderstanding on Haiti on an international level, and those we in Haiti. Listen, I don't. When I'm in Haiti, I go to any barbershop, any street corner, and the levels of conversation the regular Haitian is having every single day in Creole, it doesn't happen anywhere, right? So I feel like Haiti's good when it comes to knowing ourselves. There's a lot. We still have a ways to go, but compared to the misinformation that exists externally, right? And so, our guest is doing an incredible work informing, educating, and enlightening. And I think we're going to have a really special conversation because, I'm about enlightening, I'm about informing. And I think when you put two enlighteners together, I think more than anything, I need you to grab a pen, grab a little notepad, sticky note, something, pop it, prep it, and get ready because we're gonna try to break it down. So without further ado, our guest is going to be Dr. Bertrude Albert. Hello.
Bonjour, Chris. Oh, I'm so happy to be here with you.
Yes, bonjour. I'm very happy that you're here. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. In fact, let me do something. Let me fix it I got a good amount of folks in the IG. So let me help IG out real quick. And let's see. I'm gonna try to move this up. And there we go. At least IG has a little bit they can see. There you go. Boom. All right. IG's looking too. So we're on all of them. We're on Facebook, YouTube, IG, all of them, right?
Oh, that's great. And if you want me to, okay, great. So that you could just see it straight. Oh, that's perfect.
Boom. That's gonna work. So everyone's included. So first off, I'm Gadi Bertrude. Gadi comme ça.
My friends call me B.
Okay.
So whatever flows out of your mouth.
All right, Bertrude. Maybe B. Let's try. Let's go for B.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Man, we got so much to talk about. But first and foremost, let's take a step back and let folks know who you are. Because I haven't, even myself, I tried to do some research here and. Who is Bertrude? Where were you born? Did your formation in Haiti? When did you come to the States? How is that? So really walk us through that formative background, just so folks really have an understanding of ultimately what then became Dr. Bertrude Albert. Please break it down.
Great. But even before I go there, Chris, I want to thank you for who you are, for what you've done, for what you stand for in regards to Haiti. Like even you as an entrepreneur taking your skill set so that you can bring Haiti to the world, bringing products from Haiti to the world. Not only that, but you take it a step further. And I love this part of everything you stand for. It's not just doing the work, but then shining light on it, talking about it, interviewing people. You interviewed my dad, and I will forever love you for that, Chris.
Awesome guy.
He loved you, Chris. He absolutely loved you. I thank you so much because you are, I truly believe when they talk about Haiti in future generations, they're going to be talking about you, about your efforts. You're forever etched into Haiti's history. Thank you for who you are and for what you do.
Thank you, B. Appreciate it.
Of course. So who am I? Okay. I was born in Cap Haitian. What's up? Oh, Cap. Come on. Best city in the country. Although I love the whole nation. It's all beautiful. But I was born in Cap Petitance, which is about maybe 10 minutes away from the airport. But when I was a baby, came to the United States. And I ended up going back to Haiti one more time. And then we left Haiti for good when I was 8 years old. And the reason why we left Haiti was for educational purposes. My parents, I think it's the same story with all of our immigrant parents, right? They love Haiti. They have family there. They were established in Haiti. But they knew in order to offer me and I have 5 brothers and sisters, me and my 5 brothers and sisters opportunity, they decided to immigrate to the United States and to put us through education. And I think it's a really cool story because I left Haiti for education and now I've returned back to Haiti
for education.
Yeah, it's all about education. And I love that. that education has been a critical part of my entire life. So came here for education, and it paid off because 5 of my brothers and sisters, we ended up going to the University of Florida. My little brother went to Florida State University, really taking education seriously. When I went to UF, that's when I really fell in love with Haiti. In 2000, I went to UF in 2008. And then in 2009, for the first time in 12 years, I returned back to Haiti. And when I went back to Haiti, it was 2010, March, right after the earthquake. A lot of people had these sob stories. Oh, I feel so bad for Haiti. Oh, these poor Haitians. But what struck me about Haiti was their strength and their resilience and their passion and their love. I remember meeting people. I remember meeting this woman, and I'm there crying. I'm like, oh my goodness, you lost everything in the earthquake. And I'm like crying. And she's like, Bertrude, pas crier pour moi. Like, don't cry for me. I have something that the earthquake could never take away. I have God. I'm like, whoa. I met another, and it's the same type of language. Hey, don't cry for me. I have something the earthquake could never take away. I'm educated. And so this will all pass, but my education can never be taken away from me. So seeing all of these really inspirational stories, I discovered myself in them, and I saw for the first time like a beauty and a power and a strength and an inspirational story that I felt so addicted to and so attracted to. And I knew in that moment that the rest of my life, until my dying breath, I would be working with Haiti. I would be so intertwined with the country of Haiti. I didn't know how exactly, Chris, but I knew that my future was Haiti after that trip. So should I keep going?
No, so I'm gonna throw a question in there. So when you left Haiti, how old were you?
The first time I left, I wasn't even 1 years old, and then I came back, and we left for good when I was 8.
Okay, 8 years old. So you had a good base on Creole et Français, right? And then
Non, si m kapab sincere avou, même lem te Haiti, te al nan yon l'école ki te enseye en anglais. So English was like, of course, my comprehension was perfect because my parents only spoke to me in Creole. Mais moi-même, lem ta bay yon réponse, m bay yon réponse en
in English.
anglais. So like I had a comprehension. I think that this connects to a lot of the Haitian diaspora. I understood everything. To speak, I was timid and I didn't like the way that I sounded until I went to UF. I took a Haitian Creole course at UF, and then everything that was inside, it just like erupted. It just came out. I was like, oh no, ça c'est langue pam. Creole, ça c'est pour moi. So yeah.
No, that's something we're going to re-engage, that aspect of language and the complexity, because I mean that's something that, you know, I mean the fight of Haiti and Haitian, the consciousness of Haiti, it starts, you know, at the early age of language, right? And if before it was French and Creole, now it's becoming Creole and English.
Yeah,
you know, that's sort of being this. But we'll talk about that. So when you were 8 years old, and then where did you grow up? And was it Florida, Georgia? Where?
South Florida. Margate, okay. Florida, 954 Broward County.
Not too far from where I grew up, Pompano Beach.
Really?
Pompano Beach area. In fact, I'm talking to you right now. I'm in my warehouse right now in Pompano Beach, so I'm not too far.
Oh my goodness!
And so interesting. So you grew up. Okay, so did you grow up in like a Haitian community, diaspora community, or?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Like even for school, like I went to Margate Middle School. I don't remember meeting that many Haitians there. For high school, I actually went to Deerfield Beach High School.
Deerfield.
It was far from my house, but I was in the IB program, so that's why I went there.
Was that maybe the first time then you were in a education environment with a decent amount of Haitians? You know, because there's a lot of Haitians in Deerfield.
There are a lot, but the IB program,
it was very section off. Gotcha.
It was very. There were a lot of like Asians in my program, and a lot of other ethnicities. I don't remember any Haitians in my classes, but the school had Haitians. But again, because even the IB program, like we had one hallway, like it was so segregated. The IB, like we just had a hallway for ourselves, and we didn't really integrate much with the school, which was a shame for me.
but I'm guessing UF was how was that experience? Because first and foremost, listen, I want to say this right off the bat. Yes, and you're excused. You didn't go to Florida State, the number one. It's okay. It's all right. We all listen. You're a pretty good person, but we all gotta have our flaws. Florida State, go Noles. First off. But
no. You know what? For you as well, nobody can be perfect. So you do so much for Haiti. You're excused. But UF, one of the top 5 public universities in the United States.
Yes, it is.
Come on, Chris. Put some respect on our name, Chris.
But to be fair, I almost went to UF. I got accepted UF. Because the first school my number one school for a while for some reason was UCF, and I got accepted. But something last minute, I was like, I can do better UCF. I mean, don't get me wrong. Crap, I don't want to piss any UCF people off, but I can do better UCF. And then so I applied to FSU and UF, and got accepted. And the only reason why I didn't go to UF, and I kind of regret, it's just a stupid reason not to, was that they put me in a first generational program, and in my, this is who I am. I am, particularly when I was younger, I was very headstrong. How dare you to put me in some special help? This is my, screwed up my mindset, special help program. FSU didn't try me like that, so I went to FSU. But looking back at it, the difficulties I had at FSU, the difficulties I did have, being part of a first generation program would have helped, And so I think that's certainly something that, looking back, if I were to do something different, I may have been a UF, I may have been a Gator,
man, we'll adopt you. You're a Gator at heart. You're a Gator at heart. No, I love that.
But how was UF though? Was it? I know you took a Creole class. I mean, when I was at FSU, I was part of Haitian Cultural Club. It was really great because I started cooking Haitian food first time. I called my mom. I couldn't find any Haitian restaurants when I first got there. So I was craving Haitian food so much. I used to call my mom, and I learned how to cook Haitian rice for the first time. And so how was that experience going to UF?
It was revolutionary. I have to tell you, Chris, growing up in South Florida, as a Haitian American, all that I received as far as information about Haiti was the negative. Oh, you Haitian lies. You Haitians, you're just eating cats. You Haitians, you're boat people. Like all of this negative stuff. So much so that I grew up being ashamed of calling myself Haitian. But then when I went to the university, Chris, when I went to the University of Florida and I learned that my people, we are the first free Black republic in the world. When I learned that my people, the first nation in the Americas to be formed, the first nation to offer the nation to offer Simon Bolivar and other revolutionaries support and help. When I learned the true history of my people at the University of Florida, that's where in me, I knew that there was power in being Haitian. And so I love the fact that I went to the University of Florida because actually, as I learned more, that's what really inspired me to go to Haiti for the first time in 2010 as a UF student. But then not only that, I started to meet some of now my best friends like Pascal Belloni. She's one of my best friends. We met at UF and we started going to Haiti together every year. Lynn Saint-Germain. She's another one that went to UF, became really close friends with me. So I met a community of Haitians and I really started to discover who I am as a Haitian. I actually went overboard, so much so that in my undergrad, I ended up getting a minor in Latin American studies because in order to study Haiti and prehistoric Haiti, Haiti's in Latin America, so I had to go into Latin America studies. And then I ended up getting my master's in Latin American studies. I went like crazy because I just was so blown away that we have such a powerful country, a powerful history. No other successful slave revolt that led to the formation of a nation. No other nation has the story of the Haitian people. And it felt like it was this powerful story that was hidden up until I went to UF, started buying books, reading like crazy. So to answer your question, UF changed my life because that's where I fell in love with Haiti, not just from like an emotional standpoint with my heart, but intellectually, I fell in love with our country.
I had two follow-up questions. The first, So I did my undergrad in economics, graduate with honors. To graduate with honors, I had to do a thesis, and my thesis ended up being it was the remittances. I forget the full title, but the topic was remittance practices of Haitians,
Wow.
and doing the whole collective data analysis and questionnaire survey and who's sending it, the quantity, the amount, and just seeing any statistical correlation behind just different demographic elements of the people, where it's coming, where it's going. So I'm curious to know, were your theses also Haiti related,
All of them.
or okay?
All of them.
Yeah.
My master's thesis was the linguistic apartheid in Haiti. In summary,
Mhm.
how 100% Haitians speak Haitian Creole, only 5, maximum 10% are fluent in French. And I'm not
Mhm.
saying like can know French, because our vocabulary is a French vocabulary, but you'll talk to people in French in Haiti and you'll realize that most aren't able to speak French fluently. And
Mhm.
yet French is the language of education. It's the language of law. It's the language of the courthouse. It's the language of government. Unless people want you to vote for them, then they'll speak to you in Creole. But
Of
then when
course.
you're reading the Constitution and all that, they're wanting to do everything official in French. So I looked at it was titled "The Linguistic Apartheid in Haiti."
Okay, and that was undergrad or grad, or which?
That was grad. That was master's.
Okay.
Then undergrad was the impact of the earthquake on Haitians. I forget the exact title,
Mhm.
and I'm not gonna lie. Like
It's been ages. Don't worry. That kind of was blur on my remittance thesis. But for your PhD, I'm curious about that. That's where I really want to go. Like, what was that full concentration, and then was Haiti tied in that?
yeah, I went to Haiti, and um, eh, my entire study was done with the 6 major universities in Haiti. So my PhD was in agricultural education and communication.
Mhm.
And I was looking at the universities in Haiti that offer extension education, which is basically adult education within the agricultural sector. And I was looking at their strengths and their weaknesses, and basically evaluating the educational system, the agricultural educational system in Haiti, by looking at the top 6 universities. Like I went to Quisqueya, University of Haiti, all the top 6 universities. I did my studies with them.
Well, that's interesting. What's the one or two big takeaways from that? I'm just curious, 'cause that's a very interesting topic.
Whoo, that is a great question. I would say the biggest takeaway that I have from that is uh, when you're looking at the education, it goes to, honestly, it goes to anybody that is learning, that is working within the Haitian system. I do believe in asset-based community development, which says that every single community has their strengths, and in order to develop, in order to move forward, you have to build off of their strengths. So one of the biggest things qui était vraiment épaté pendant toute recherche là, c'est the Haitian educational system has many strengths, whether it be the strength with social capital, the strength with human capital. There are so many different strengths within Haiti's educational system, higher educational system, even though some could look at it and compare it to the US system and say, hey, it's pretty weak compared to the US system. Uh, I think that comparing systems doesn't make sense. In order for us to really see Haiti move forward, we've got to look at our systems, identify the strengths, and celebrate strengths. So, I mean, I could go into details on what the strengths were, but I was just really blown away at the indigenous assets that were in Haiti's educational system.
Interesting. So I no, that's because that's one thing I always wonder. The quality. Sort of the qualitative elements of there. And so I'm probably gonna actually formulate that thesis so I can take a look and do my.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's like over 100 pages, but I'll send it to you.
Oh no, I'll take a look, a glance at it. So that's interesting. I just wanted to kind of go through your background and understand the Haiti versus USA experience for you. And certainly, it sounds like you have a story that's very similar to my own, very similar to a lot of Haitian diaspora, as someone
Mhm.
who really formatively, grew up in America, and for different reasons had a very American upbringing.
Yeah.
Even though, sure, I know I met Dr. Albert. He is, I'm sure he reminded you many times you're Haitian. I knew
Yeah,
that. So
you
we weren't
did.
completely removed from that, but certainly, like me, I my cultural references are American.
Right.
The things I think about when I think about youth, American Christmas specials and American movies and American cartoon shows, and of course the intersectionality of Haiti really is more in terms of my parents, my friends, and of course eventually going to Haiti and deciding, my soul needed to be replenished and refurbished. So I think a lot of people can relate with you and that. Do you, when you're, and I want to talk about your organizations and a lot of different things, and I want to certainly explore the education aspect, but this is an important question, deep question, and it may sound offensive at first, but it's not, because I think it's something I've dealt with, and I think a lot of folks deal with as they engage in Haiti, and which is, do you feel as if we are sort of overcompensating for something, right? Do you feel that? And then how do you feel? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that internal conversation, and maybe even sometimes that external feeling? Because a lot of times when I meet Haitian native, and not just the PEP native, because the PEP for the most part they appreciate us coming back because they don't understand why we would come back. They're like, oh, you must really like our country. But just, a lot of times it comes from the folks in the higher class in Haiti. A lot of times, there might be a feeling I felt sometimes as if I'm not Haitian enough to interact. So you have that dualness, and so how do you? Is that something that has come up in feeling, and sometimes how do you react to that?
Yeah. And so if I'm understanding this question, do I feel sometimes that we are overcompensating with the way that we live our lives, or with the activism work that we do in
With
Haiti?
the level, how deep we get, because sometimes, there might be, why are you throwing that flag so high? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you know what?
So, just that's a very complex question, but however you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I thank you for that beautiful question, Chris. Yes, I do think so. 100%. For me personally, because I grew up as a Haitian American, being embarrassed about my culture, not realizing how powerful my culture is, I do feel that now, because it's like I've been enlightened. I know who we truly are. I feel like I owe it to every single Haitian American in America, or a Haitian diaspora that's outside of Haiti, to shine light on the fact that we don't need to be embarrassed. We should actually be proud. So I do feel like there is an element of overcompensating, because I feel like we've been gypped of being proud as we were growing up. And so much so that even my platform, Chris, I started it this year. And the reason why I started it this year is like, you know what? I'm working in Haiti, and I'm seeing how strong and powerful our Haitian people are. I know the Haitian history. I've studied it academically. I've studied it personally. I've studied it in so many ways, and there's so much going on. This year, I decided, you know what? I've got to find an avenue to share bits and pieces to inspire people to dig deeper. And I think that there is an element, Chris, where it's like I'm trying to overcompensate for the childhood that I had, where I didn't know how powerful I was as a Haitian woman. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. 'Cause even myself, I didn't learn about Haiti until much older. I don't even, wasn't, bits and pieces here and there. But then it wasn't until college that really I was able to take that deep dive,
Yeah,
and
but we did learn about Haiti, right?
Mhm.
We learned about the negative stuff. We knew poverty.
Yeah.
We knew the pain. We
Mhm.
knew the hurt.
Mhm.
We knew even lies and stigmas
Mhm.
about our people. And it's like that is what socially that was our construct. That was our understanding of our homeland, and that's just not us.
What saved me from really being completely out for Haiti was the fact that I visited when I was a kid. I visited, and when I was a kid, like I was like,
Wow.
yo, I didn't want to leave. Like I remember when I was there, my most favorite trip was when I actually went to Payon, my dad's village up in the mountains of Miagwan,
Wow.
and literally seeing just how rich. I remember I just lifted, and there was one fruit, and I lift my hand up. There's another fruit, and there was cows, and just that richness of lifestyle. Right then and there, I knew, whatever I may hear, that's how I would just revert back to that image. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. The Haiti I know is paradise, and I want a piece of that.
Wow. And you see such a beauty. You shout out to your parents for making that a priority, for actually doing that. So many of us weren't afforded that privilege for whatever reason, whether it be economically, our parents couldn't afford it, or like, and I no shame or shade on parents that are working their butts off, like my mom, overtime, 7 days a week, working her butt off to support 6 children. And like quite literally, it just wasn't possible for us to do that. But at the same time, and so that not being able to be connected to Haiti and be able to see the truth for ourselves, we're inundated with all of these lies that start to not only impact the way that we see Haiti, but it starts to impact the way that we see ourselves.
I agree. And again, I just wanted to ask that because it's important, because I think a lot of folks who watch us, a good chunk are of the diaspora, and there's that complexity that exists. And so it's important that, we say we experience it too. We experience it as well. But we don't focus on that. We focus on the work that needs to be done, right?
Wow,
And spoken of the work that needs to be done, talk to me about P4H Global. First off, what does it stand for? What does the P4H stand for? Why did you start it? And how has the growth been? I know you hit a real recent milestone with UNESCO recognizing the group, and so just break everything down. Just talk the heck about your group.
Thank you so much, Chris. So P4H, we are a nonprofit, Haiti-based nonprofit that trains teachers to transform Haiti. We have a team of about 45 full-time Haitian staff that work in Haiti. Our headquarters is in Cap Haitian. We have 5 U.S. staff as well, but the 45 Haiti staff, what they do is they travel to all 10 of Haiti's departments, training teachers. We have a really powerful program where we train teachers. After we train teachers with an intensive, high passion, a lot of information training, we return back to our headquarters and we start distance coaching. So the teachers have accompaniment throughout the entire year. But then also what makes our training really powerful is accompaniment. We don't just train teachers and then nous lagueyo comme ça, but we train teachers and then a month after training them, we go back inside of their classroom and we do classroom observations, a 2-day classroom observation. We give them feedback. We walk alongside of them. We co-teach with them. It's this really beautiful program. And the whole purpose of the program is to improve teachers' pedagogy, improve the way that teachers teach, because in Haiti, 80% of teachers, they're not trained or qualified to be teaching. And that's why that greatly contributes to the fact that 60% of students in Haiti, they drop out before they finish elementary school. And so
let me jump in. What happened? What happened in 1950s where we were exporting teachers, like where Cuba is like the export of doctors, we were the export of teachers. What happened between then and today where your organization is so, doing this work what happened?
Brain drain. Brain drain. When you have like the Duvalier comes in power in 1957, because of the terror, the educators, the doctors, the lawyers, a lot of them left. So a lot of the professionals are leaving the island. And then you have another big wave. Another big wave actually happened during Aristide. But like you have Duvalier, you have during the Aristide regimen, you've got political friction, tension, turmoil that leaves the higher class, the educated class, fleeing the country for their own safety. And then you fast forward to 2022 and you have a place where any organization, so it's not just the Haitians leaving, but you have a place where Haiti right now, it has the second highest number of nonprofits per capita in the world, right? You have all of these organizations coming into Haiti, and a lot of these organizations, they will build a school, without oversight from the Haitian government, because the Haitian
Mm-hmm.
government, they should be providing oversight,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't have the capacity to. And so now in Haiti, you've got 90% of our schools are privately run. A lot of it's international organizations or churches building schools, and
Mm-hmm.
they don't have proper oversight. So these people, I can tomorrow go into Haiti, build a school. I need teachers. There aren't qualified teachers. So hey, you love students, you love children. I'm going to put you inside of the classroom. And so it creates this complex system where we
Mm-hmm.
don't have a lot of educated educators because of brain drain. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of these organizations are flooding. They realize education is the way forward.
Mm-hmm.
Flood, build schools, and then I'm going to put whoever inside of these positions. And it's not just Haiti, even the United States. They don't see a lot oftentimes that to be an educator, it's not anybody that can do it. You need a calling on your life. You need
Mm-hmm.
training, preparation, and passion and patience. And so it's just a perfect storm, you know?
I just had to ask. But so P4 Global, that's your focus. It's providing that because there's that critical gap for so many teachers. And so and we say training. Do you have a curriculum in mind when you trying to get up to speed? Is it so what how are you trying to standardize the level of quality amongst the teachers that you're bringing in?
Beautiful question.
Mm-hmm.
So we do not create curriculum like a textbook that will teach geography or history. We're not going to create those textbooks. But what we do is, if you have a textbook that you need to teach, we're going to give you the strategies to teach. We want student-centered classrooms. So instead of like I've observed hundreds of classrooms at this point, Chris, over my 10 plus years working in the educational system. You go inside of the classroom and you'll see a teacher that will stand in front of the chalkboard for the entire period, and they're just writing. They're just writing on the classroom. So they'll spend like 50% of the time, you'll see their back and they're just writing on the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 50% of the time, you'll see they're standing there and reading it to the classroom. It's like, how is that going to engage? How is that going to engage the students, create creativity,
Mm-hmm.
curiosity, collaboration, a critical thinking? We're not cultivating these really important skill set that will help develop Haitian citizens that can transform the nation. And so we will say, if you're teaching mathematics, here are some strategies you can use. So it's not teacher centered. So it's not just you standing in front of the classroom, repeating things, making them listen, using rote memorization, which so many classes use it. But instead, hey, let's make groups. We're going to make groups of 4, and you're going to assign this X, Y, Z. So we're giving just a lot of strategies that they can use, regardless of what their curriculum is. We're going to make sure that your student really understands and they're not just using rote memorization. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So definitely better practices
There we go.
What's being taught, not necessarily, what's being taught, or the how of what's being taught. There you go, the how.
The how.
And one thing interestingly, I saw recently, the current Minister of Education gave you a little shout out, or what was the point of that letter? Just to kind of recognize what you're doing, or just the UNESCO piece?
Yeah, so I'll go back to the UNESCO and then what
Mhm.
led to this. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness. Um, uh, every 2 years, UNESCO does a competition. It's a global competition to see which organization, university, research institution is having the greatest impact on quality of education and the quality of teaching. And in October, P4H, we won for the first time for Haiti ever. Haiti's never won this competition. So we won. They flew us out to the headquarters. They gave P4H $100,000. And it was just this really big deal because all of these delegates from all of these nations came to the headquarters, and we were basically able to speak about quality education in Haiti. From that point on, actually, the Minister of Education, he calls me on the phone. He's like, on behalf, he's great. He calls me. He's like, on behalf of the nation, I like to honor you and thank you. When the Capitol calms down, we want to celebrate you all, bring you on as heroes of the nation, X, Y, and Z. And he's like, and one other thing that I'm going to do, he's like, well, there are several other things, but I would like to nominate you specifically for a special education task force. It's a committee that is basically for science, technology, education. It's going to be guiding the Ministry of Education with the policies they're going to be creating for education, with the different initiatives that they're going to take. They're taking basically leading researchers within education to come together to help guide the next steps for education in Haiti. So he put me on. I'm like the youngest person on. I'm like, what? Okay, let's go. So that it's a 5-year mandate. So I'm excited to see what that's going to happen. But then also a sneak peek. I'm saying it here, only the P4H staff knows. But actually in January, another thing that he strongly encouraged, the World Bank found out about what happened with UNESCO. They got in touch with me and they're like, hey, we want to work with you. We want to understand. We want to learn from you. They got in touch with the minister, and long story short, they are flying me out to DC in January to be a keynote speaker for like this really big event where like UNICEF, UNESCO, USAID, World Bank, all of these organizations are coming together. And I'm going to be talking about education in Haiti and how we can be a model for quality education. Despite the situation, we could still have quality education. How wild is that?
That's wild. And I think, the fact that you're, getting this incremental increase in your platform and your organization is getting the degree of support and access to do its work, and scale. I think that's really important. And I think there's no, I'm very happy you're at the helm of that and pushing that forward. I think, just the fact that, the Haitian government, which is very apathetic to us. And when I say us, the Haitian diaspora and our activities, and the fact that we have some, a little bit of engagement there, that's great. And again, it's on something that's so critical as education. Now, where do you see P4H Global in 5-10 years? Where would you? Because I think we all are building into something. So what would you want P4 Global to be in 5-10 years?
I thank you for the question, Chris. I believe with everything in me that in the same way 1804, Haiti was a beacon of light, a symbol of freedom and power for the rest of the world. I believe that Haiti is going to be that again, that we're working towards that. And it's not going to just be in education, but it's going to be in several other sectors. But for the educational sector, I believe that P4H is going to be one of the actors. I think that there are other really powerful organizations within education, like Innoved, Enseigne pour Haïti.
I was going to mention Enseigne because I have a podcast, and she was on an episode, and it's very similar. The work that, as I understand it, going to the countryside, going out, it's training. I was going to bring that up as one of my next questions, but anyhow, please finish.
Jeanty is a star. I love that girl. I believe that we are going to have Haiti be an example for how education should be done, regardless of the economic situation. I believe, Chris, I believe that even if we're teaching un baillon pied bois, underneath the shade of a tree, we can have quality education. Of course, I want to fight for a good school, a good building. We need that. But even in the meanwhile, while we're fighting to have these actual infrastructures that are of quality, I believe we can still be offering quality education, because quality education is all about tapping into the potential of the child. It's about tapping into the mind. It's about inspiring and encouraging and showing the child that they can become whatever they want to. They could self-actualize. And so, yes, it's important to have these buildings, and yes, we will continue to fight for quality buildings and access. But quality education, it's all about teaching and how we can teach. And I think all of us can adhere to that. All of us can connect to that and say, oh yeah, there was this teacher in my life that really believed in me, and I reached new levels because of the way that the teacher connected to me. So all that to say, in 5 to 10 years, I want P4H to be one of the actors that is showing the rest of the world how to do quality education, even if we haven't reached the economic level of the United States. I believe our educational system can be stronger than the United States because of the culture, because of the passion, because of so many different assets we have in the community. I think our educational system can be high. And one of the ways that we do it specifically with P4H. That's why we changed our name. We used to be Projects for Haiti, but now we're
Mm,
P4H
mhm,
Global.
mhm.
Um, and part of that is because we believe that as we're doing good work in Haiti, we're going to take that model and bring it to other countries. And we've already had like Food for the Poor, who's one of our partners. They've already told us that they want us to start to take these models to the 17 other Latin American countries that they're working in. And so that's the goal. Like even what we're going to do in January, talking about education, that's the goal. Using Haiti as an example of how we can have quality education.
I love it. I love it. And how do you foresee yourself collaborating with organizations like Unsafe YT? You know, how do you, because that's the thing. You know, as I mentioned, there's a lot of people doing fantastic work in Haiti. You know, and sometimes maybe the criticism I have is sometimes we're too siloed. You know, especially amongst us
Great.
Haitians. So how do you foresee collaboration amongst the groups who are in similar pathways?
That is a great question. So we are already in collaboration with a lot of the educational organizations, because we are not in competition. We're doing the same work. I don't think that there's one organization that's going to do everything. It's impossible. Don't have the resources, don't have the people, and not only that, there needs to be a diversity of thought and action. So with Unsafe YT, they are one of our partners. One of the ways that we collaborate is they do a work that's quite different than us. What they do is that they recruit quality people, and in a fellowship they put them inside of the classroom so that they're able to teach, and they're able to teach effectively. It's like Teach for America. And then
Mhm.
after the 2 years they graduate and they take another cohort that goes inside of
Mm,
classrooms and teach.
okay.
For
Yeah, that's
us
true.
it's different. It's not putting teachers inside a classroom, but rather looking at the teachers that are there and saying,
Mhm.
how can we help you
I got
improve?
you. Gotcha.
Does
Gotcha.
that
Mhm. Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
definitely. Yeah.
so one of the really cool things that happens, and the reason why I share the differences, is that when Unsepu Haiti has their cohort that graduates, um, we as an organization, we have hired a lot of their graduates to become full-time staff with P4H. Um,
Mhm.
and so it's really cool to see the synergies. Even just now, we just hired one of their individuals that has been, I don't know if he was a graduate or just working with one of their contracts, but a lot of their graduates come inside of our organization and become like this unsafe YT P4H staff member.
I love that. I love that sort of. And that's the end of the day, like even fiber distribution. You know, a lot of folks will say coming into it, like Haitians will support each other. But honestly, my biggest, the reason why I've been so successful has been not only been the fundraising, the investment round, 100% Haitians from across the world. We got
Wow.
investors in Dubai, we got investors in Singapore, Haitians, right? But then on the sell side, who I'm selling to, we have big wholesalers in the South Florida, Miami area who are Haitian owned that
Wow.
are selling not only just in Miami, but Orlando, Canada, and everywhere, right? And I'm doing business exclusive with them. And once I come in and I talk with them and they say I'm Haitian, it's not even a question. The support's there. And so I think the narrative that we Haitians don't work together is nonsense. We got to stop that nonsense narrative. I just think we just need to understand, we ourselves have to be more open to that concept. And I think that would take care of it. So we can't buy into that notion of Haitians aren't working together. That's not the case. It's not true.
It's not true at all. It's not true at all, especially in
Mhm.
certain sectors. And even again, back with Unsafe YT, we also collaborate in the sense that when we have conferences, like we have our annual conference every year, we have about 450 teachers come out to our training center. We always reserve seats for them. When they have programs, they reserve seats for us. So we're like in constant
I love it.
support of each other.
Now, and I shared the P4 Global website. I do encourage you guys to go take a look at it. Again, that website again is p4hglobal.org. Please go visit the website. Send a contact us. I'm sure you have different initiatives that folks
Thank
could,
you so much.
support in different ways. So please, please go do that. We'll leave it in the info in the description of the video at the end. So that's the organization. Again, thank you for the work you're doing, Dr. B. I want to talk about now social media. That aspect of, just like myself, something said do that because you didn't necessarily have to go the social media route. the work you're doing is self-sufficient and to gain notoriety, and I think you would have been UNESCO recognized regardless. You would have been doing it regardless. But why? What? Tell me about that first video Why did you do that first video? And what continues to drive the social media side of Dr. B?
First off, thanks for the question, Chris. I think, as I mentioned in the beginning, like, I feel like I connect with you because you're a practitioner and you're also a mouthpiece. And I think that my work in Haiti, I didn't need to use social media, but my work in Haiti is amplified when I'm able to share it with other people, when I'm able to talk about it and inspire other people to do similar work. So why is it that I went to social media? I went to social media because when you're looking at the world in 21st century, 2022, about to be 2023, you'll see that social media is the way that the world connects. What old, younger, middle age, social media is one of the most powerful tools you can use to get a message across. And I've got a message that the world has got to hear, a message of our history, a message about our people, a message about where we've come from and where we're going. And for me, I became obsessed with this idea of not only working in Haiti, but sharing that message, and social media is like the number one way to do that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. What has been maybe the more positive element of engaging in social media as you've been doing it? And what has been some of the most negative, frustrating things that sometimes makes you say, well, why do I even do that? And how have you dealt with that negative piece?
Oh my goodness. Let's start with the negative and end with the positive. Negative. Okay. Most videos, I don't want to say almost all videos, there is backlash from, and I'll say, I'm not saying this is every single Dominican, but a lot of Dominicans.
That was a question by itself. I was going to come next, but because tell me, I'm in the space too, and mention Dominican Republic, and I think something gets activated, something gets broadcasted.
My dear brother,
get on the computer and get in the comments.
My dear brother, it's not even like, sometimes I'm not even talking about Dominican Republic. I'm talking about like the issues that our country has gone through. You deserve it. You remember the Mocha Massacre, 1805? Do you remember? It's like, where are you coming from? How do you have so much hatred in your? You know what I had to do? Because to be sincere, in the beginning when I was getting these, I used to get like anxiety attacks. And, it was bad because like I would get messages and I would get them, let's say at 11 o'clock. And then the anxiety attacks would get so bad that I would have to like stop working, and I would have to, if it's a pretty good anxiety attack, after like an hour or two, I could get back to work. But if it's like a bad anxiety attack, I was gone for the rest of the day. Like I couldn't function. And like I had to get to a point where I don't read a lot of messages. In fact, my DMs, most of my DMs, like I don't open the DMs. That's partly because it just got hard. I'll get like hundreds, like daily, hundreds of DMs and messages and all these different things. I'm talking about even like comments and stuff like that. Like so many come in. So to protect my peace, I had to like start not responding to different things. And then also, I think that what really cures things is just the beautiful encouragement from our Haitian brothers and sisters. Like that, it shows me that I'm making this platform for the Haitian diaspora. It's not for the haters. It's not for the specific Dominicans that are against Haitians, because I know it's not all Dominicans, but those that are against Haitians, this platform is not for them. So reminding myself and like speaking truth to my spirit, to my soul, that has really helped me a lot.
Yeah, and I'll say this right now, to everyone watching, the kind of words really go a long way. I can say, even if I don't respond to it, You know, I try to sometimes screenshot some DMs that are particularly positive and encouraging, you know, but don't ever hesitate to share a good word, you know, to anyone in your life. But you know, especially if the content we produce, don't ever hesitate, because you know sometimes it takes 100 good positives to outweigh one negative. that's I think human beings were programmed to put more weight on the negative, because you know the negative is, you know, fight or flight, protect yourself, and you want to avoid pain, and so we're wired to pay attention more to the negative than the positive. So the more positive we get to offset the good is always appreciated. And of course the DR piece, man. I won't say much about it because I don't want any DR hate right now, Dominican hate right now. But what I will say is the majority of Dominicans I've met are indeed understand this situation, understand the issue. The majority of Dominicans really just want to do business and just want to, you know, live their lives and move forward. And a good amount of them understand the situation in Haiti and wish well for Haiti. And I believe that. I believe, you know, maybe our best friends internationally really are Dominicans, because we share so much. We share a history, we share a past, and our win is their win, because you know if that side of the island could do a lot better, DR would do a lot better, right? And I think a lot of folks understand that. But again, there is a very vocal, loud minority that spews the worst pieces, you know, on social media. And some can argue that minority potentially has too much political power as well. Someone can argue. So we'll leave it at that, and then our Dominican watchers can take it and spin it the way they want. But we said what we said. We stand behind it. Okay. So so let's, enough about that. Let's come back to us, the Haitian diaspora. You know, it's a complicated relationship we have with Haiti. You know, it's a complicated relationship we have in Haiti. And this is about the last bit of topic, and I'll start wrapping up, Dr. B. You know, how do you see in general our ability to engage? How do you see, because I know you came up with a checklist of here's 4 things or something like that, that you know, we can talk about that again here. But in general, you know, how do you see our ability to engage, especially as you're engaging, as you're seeing some of what you had to go through to start your organization to where it is now, and the challenges it continues to have? You know, what advice would you have for someone? And leave it maybe a bit, not so much education, but just like general guidelines in terms of how a Haitian diaspora, because so much of us want to engage, we want to, you know, attack it from a medical perspective or from a business perspective, but we don't know how to start, where to start, if it's even possible to start. You know, what's your advice?
Thank you for the question. Number one advice, I always say this: know who you are, know where you come from, know who we are, know where we come from. Not only because like I love history and like the story of Toussaint, the story of Dessalines, Christophe, like these guys are really powerful. And they give us they develop this reservoir of strength when you see what they've gone through, and even some of the more recent Haitian heroes, Peral. Like there are so many Haitian heroes that give us strength, but that's not the only reason. When you study Haitian history, you see what has been done before in the past and what hasn't worked. Like, for example, when I first started working in Haiti, my way of working in Haiti was collecting 400 pounds of clothes and food and shoes, bringing it to Haiti and passing it out. That was my very first, as technically my second trip to Haiti. I spent months collecting 400 pounds, and I thought that was going to change Haiti. And I told my friends, like, hey, I'm going to do this. And like 19 UF students, they were all like, let's go, let's go. We all went, and we were doing what we have seen done before, people collecting old t-shirts and passing them out. After a week of passing it out, I sat down with community leaders, and I said, what did you all think? And they're very much like, that's good, merci. Thank you for your time, but you actually hurt us more than you helped us. I met businesswomen that sold clothes in the community. I flooded the community. I put them out of business. I met people that sold the very things that I came and brought. And by the way, I never asked them what they needed. I just assumed because that's what you do to countries like Haiti, right? You give your old t-shirts. And like I I came in with my heart, but not my mind. And that hurt the community. From that point on, I committed that P4H, I would do it, but I would do it the right way. So we started to study, we started to sit with them, we started to really dive deep. And I said, I'm not going to do anything until I truly understand what's been happening. One of my friends, oh my goodness, Firenze, he said, you know, Bertrude, what happens is Haiti is like a car that won't start. The outside world keeps coming and giving it a new paint job. And fine, it's shiny, it's nice. Sometimes they bring new clothes, sometimes they bring food, all that stuff. But they don't realize that will never solve the problem. In order to solve the problem, we need to roll up our sleeves, pop open the hood, and see the engine. The engine is where the problem is. And for us, engine, it's education. Like, and when we say education, it could be business too. Like knowing how to do business, knowing how to invest, knowing how to, like, it's knowing how to live, knowing how, being able to reach our fullest potential in whatever sector, but being empowered to do it ourselves. He said, we're not educated properly. And so again, this goes back to my point of like, don't just go into Haiti doing whatever, like know where we've come from, know who we are. Because if I had known Haitian history as I was starting P4H, if I had known how strong and powerful our people are, I would know that we're better than old clothes. We can do, it's not about give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. No. You teach Haitians how to fish, they'll revolutionize the fishing industry. You know what I'm saying? So that was a lot, but like coming not only with this, but coming with this. You agree?
We just got to repeat what you said there. Know thyself, know our history. And I said, know our history. And you got a bunch of books in your background, you know, literally read up on our history. Lots of content that exists to learn about our background and who the players were, and the part of that would then give you a respect for yourself and the culture you're engaging, and then just in general, take time to know the community, know the people. Question: I remember before I moved to Haiti, 2017, I spent over a year going back and forth, just talking to people, just building my network up, right, and then executing based off of that information that I gained, because I knew that, because I have a background where I've moved to different places in the past of my life. I lived in Chicago for a time. I lived in France, on the border of Switzerland and France for a time. So those experiences taught me that when you're, that process of moving, you have to respect where you're going and take a lot more in than your desire to put back out, right? So so what you said there is I just got to make sure I distilled it so folks can really hear it. Right. Don't go to Haiti thinking you're the savior and you're better than you're gonna be saved by Haiti first. Assisting, right? So just make sure that piece isn't missed at all, right? And I think that's real powerful. I think what you said here, and where I guess to go a little more focused, education certainly is an opportunity. But are there other opportunities within education that you think there should be a little more effort put into it? For example, I know a few folks I've met, ambition theirs is to open a school. Would you encourage that? I'm sure that you encourage it differently. Where do you think the opportunity is for the Haitian diaspora in general, but maybe in education too?
I would encourage anybody that is wanting to open up a school in Haiti to look at the trend, like do a little bit of research of education in Haiti, and you will see this is part of the reason why P4H it kind of blew up to becoming the largest teacher training nonprofit in Haiti, is because historically you have organizations like the World Bank, USAID, Digicel Foundation, these really food for the poor, these really big organizations that are committed to seeing change in Haiti. And they've done so by improving the access of education. So they've built hundreds of schools across the nation, hundreds. But the issue is we have these schools and students are failing out left and right. So there's access, but not quality. And so in my mind, of course, there could be a rural place. And it's like, okay, I'm not saying never build a school, but if you look at the trend of what's happening now in education in Haiti, like these big organizations are now shifting. And that's why they started to look at, it's like, how are these multi-billion-dollar organizations calling itty-bitty P4H and asking P4H for help? It's because historically they focus and become really strong on building schools. But P4H is now coming in yelling like, guys, it's not just building. The quality's got to be good. You'll build a school and all the students are dropping out. Like, you got to build up the teachers, because the teachers are the school, not just the building. And so again, if you're doing research, you'll see that these organizations are now shifting and investing more in quality, not just access. And so if you see the shift, one should ask, like, okay, if there are schools in the region that I have, how could I improve the quality of the schools that are already there? And that's what happened with P4H. When we were learning about education in Haiti, like at first we're like, let's open up a school. And as we were doing more research, like intense research, we were like, there are so many schools already. Every church has a school. Every corner there's a school. But the schools are weak. Okay? We don't need to open up a school. We will help the schools that exist become better. And so I would personally encourage people looking at schools that already exist and how can I improve the quality, whether it be the infrastructure that's already there or whatever's already there, helping to invest in that.
I love that. I love that. And that's a big takeaway in general. I like to make sure folks understand whenever we're talking about anything, is that whatever you're thinking about is already there on the ground. It would be a lot better if you could connect, reach out, and help support, you know, in your background, your capacity financially, because, you know, I think probably the biggest issue in Haiti isn't the fact that we have quantity, it's the quality of whatever it is. I give you a quick example: trash collection, right? You know, people don't believe me when I tell them there's over 30 plus trash collection companies that exist in Haiti, but the infrastructure for them to do what they need to do isn't there, right? And so reaching out to the trash collection company and seeing how you can support their activity is probably much better than either just complaining about it, and certainly starting your own from scratch. And now you're necessarily competing where you could have been supporting, right? So that's just a quick example. And I guess the last topic really I want to talk about, just Haiti in general. You know, our beloved country that suffered an incredible year this past year with the gangs taking over ports. And I'm sure even though Cap Haitian wasn't as affected, but it was very affected. I'll give you an example. When I was in OCAP, you know, hats off to your dad. You know, if it wasn't for your dad, I don't think I would have got back to Port-au-Prince, because your dad connected me with a guy who knew a guy who was able to get me diesel gas because to fill up, because I could not get gas in at all in my entire time I was in Cap Haitian filming. And so your dad gave me a piece, and then Soil Haiti, shout out to Soil Haiti, gave me a few gallons. But your dad was the last amount of diesel I was able to get actually me home and my team home. So I know even in that sense, you know, Cap Haitian was suffering. But so I don't know, where does Haiti go from this year? Where does it go from this year? I know I was talking about I'm optimistic, you know, but that's just my take. Where does Haiti go from here? And I don't know, you know, what's the solution, Dr. B? What's this? I don't know, education. I know, but you know, what's this? I don't know, man. I just sometimes I think a lot of us can feel discouraged, you know. But you know, where do we move forward from here like this year?
I'm with you, my brother. I think I 100% echo your sentiments, and I was able to follow that before I jumped on. I love how you said, you know, this has been one of the hardest years ever. Certainly the hardest year in my 32 years of living that I've seen Haiti. But at the same time, I'm with you that I'm the most optimistic that I've ever been for this upcoming year. Even, and I just want to echo what you said, the fact that there are sanctions. There's a message being communicated with these sanctions. Like, hey, these guys that are funding gang activity, these guys that are making life just hard for the vast majority of Haitians, there are consequences. And I love how you said it. Like, they're okay with going to jail, but the minute you touch even $1 of theirs, their empire is threatened. That's when, like, they're going to try to find other ways to bring about corruption. And there still will be corruption, but at least life, like, will be able to breathe and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be able to advance. So I am very optimistic for the future. Here's what I think the key is. I think the key is, above everything else, it's holding on to our hope, Chris. I think there's not going to be one solution that fixes everything. Granted, I do think that a common thread within every single sector is education. Because, like, for example, if somebody's working in the medical field, I used to have friends say, I'm going to do a clinic, a mobile clinic. My friend, when you leave, what's going to happen? Like, we're in the same position. Oh, I'm going to give clothes. Okay, when you're done giving clothes, what's going to happen? Like, in order for Haiti to get to the next level, Haitians need to be invested in. It needs to be, if we're in business, it's not just going and giving $100. Okay, I gave $100 to a businessman. Well, did you train him up? Did you give him the skill set so that one day he's not going to be dependent on you giving $100 every month? It's education isn't just formal education. There's informal, non-formal, and it's all about investing in the capacity of the Haitian people so we're not dependent, whether it be in health, or whether it be in agriculture, business, whatever it is, like investing in our people so that one day we're not dependent on the outside giving or guiding, but it's ourselves that hold on to our destiny and guide our own destiny. But if I could be real, I think our people have reached a point, Chris, where enough is enough. When you even hear the talking, it's very much like, no, things must change. Things absolutely must change. Kind of like similar to when Baby Doc was in power, and then the Pope came to Haiti, and the Pope, in his one-liner, he says, things must change. And from that point on, the Duvalier regime, that's when all historians say that's when things began to crumble, because the people, the masses, they saw and they're like,
the Pope. Wait a minute.
They're like, yes, things must change. I think that we're in a place as a people where the common Haitian, the average Haitian, is at a point where we're saying things must change.
Yeah, so we got to change. We got to change the corner, and I think that's a great place to sort of wrap this up. I don't know. I just want to make sure. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about? Any topic that you kind of wanted to broach that maybe I didn't ask? I want to make sure I'm not leaving this unique opportunity, where you and I are talking, and I mean, you didn't broach everything we should have.
You touched on everything. There's one thing I'd love to maybe communicate to your listeners that are part of the Haitian diaspora. You've heard this being weaved in throughout everything, but I want to reiterate it. You have so much to be proud of, Haitian brother, Haitian sister. If we truly, and I'm putting myself in this picture, if we truly knew what we're inside of us as a people, I think that we all wouldn't want to be any other person. We all would want to give our entire lives towards investing in Haiti, because we would see that we are destined to reach the top again. So again, my message I'm trying to communicate is that Haitian, you are strong, you are courageous, you are able to do far more than what the world thinks you can do, far more than what you think you can do. There is a light that's deeply embedded in our people that is bound to shine bright for the rest of the world. So be proud of who you are, dig deeper on who you are, and make sure that in whatever sector you are, you keep showing the world like who you are as a Haitian and what you're made of.
Boom. I love it. Please, guys, Dr. Bertrude Albert was our guest today. Her IG, please, I think I want to make sure I spell it. It's your first name, right? So
that's right.
I'll go ahead and type it here so I can share it on the screen. There you go. That's her IG. I think she's popping on IG, popping on TikTok under that tag. So please go ahead and follow her. I've learned a lot of the things she's brought up. I didn't know. Some of the things she's bringing in and bringing out and highlighting different folks and highlighting different aspects. I've appreciated very much. So I think everyone would too. So please follow her. You already follow her, I'm sure, but follow her if you're not already. And I just listen. I'm humbled for your appearance here, Dr. B. And we're gonna keep this conversation going offline. However, I can support and highlight and do different. I got to do a P4 Global episode, for example, next time.
Yes.
Love to come in,
Yes.
highlight the team, highlight the group. I've highlighted organizational groups in the past, but I haven't done Cap Haitian. I sort of haven't done your group, so that's something I want to do again. And so keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and just from a heartfelt from everyone who watches you, who's a fan of you, thank you for everything.
So much. I appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for allowing me to be on this. And I think out of everything, I'm just really thankful for the example that you are for me. And I look forward to seeing where our friendship leads us. I love that you're in business, I'm in education, but we can just be a mutual encouragement to each other.
That's right. That's right. All hands on deck. The elephant that is Haiti needs a lot of hands on it.
Yeah.
We're gonna move it forward together. Yeah. Have a great the rest of your day. I know tomorrow's Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Bonne fête Noël.
Merci.
And
merci.
Happy New Year.
Too.
All right.
À la prochaine.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So that was Dr. B, guys. That was Dr. B. I hope you guys appreciated the conversation. Yes, the conversation will be available as soon as this ends. We end the broadcast. You'll be able to rewatch the entire conversation. If you came in halfway through, you'll be able to see the beginning. Again, Dr. B is someone, Haitian Diaspora, who was born in Haiti, similar to myself, but grew up here in America, and then decided, after her college years, that she was going to reengage and provide whatever she could, of herself and her background to the country, like a lot of us want to. And she's found success where a lot of people, the biggest thing is, are you going to find success? Are you going to find, are you going to, the common thing, they're going to burn whatever I put to the ground and I'm going to come back to just destitute. Well, there's ways to do it. There's ways to do it that can be avoided. And, in her field of education, she certainly found that way, and she's pushing forward and doing incredible work. And that conversation was fantastic because, quite frankly, when I see Dr. B, I see me simply in a different realm where mine is more business entrepreneurship. I see her in the educational sphere, and what's so cool and what I resonate most about Dr. B is the fact that she's a doer. All right. She isn't on social media because she's trying to sell you something or take advantage of you, or, even has an ego. Sure of yourself. She actually, gets anxiety. Social media gives Dr. B anxiety. Right. So if anything, it's the opposite. Right. But there's an obligation to amplify, because that's what Haiti is the most deficient, is the amplification of good, the amplification of a narrative that can drive us forward to where we need to be. Because when you keep seeing this negative imagery, negative writing, negative focus, how can you ever imagine anything else minus that negative? And that's just not how society move forward. That's not how culture, civilizations move. I mean, heck, America is America because, unlike many other societies, American exceptionalism is ingrained in every American. Of course, America's great because we're American. The American can-do spirit. There's a reason why. There's other elements, geographic, accidental history that got us to where to America to where it is. But a big part, and we have to admit, is the psychology, the social psychology of America, and we have to get that ingrained in Haiti. We have to get that in our people, both over there and over here, and we have to psych ourselves up. And the best way to do it is to show, is to inform, and is to educate. And she's doing it, and that's one reason why we're here in SeeJeanty Media doing it. So, those who've been watching from the very beginning, we're 2 hours into it. I want to thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching the show. I think it's a great way to end this year. Great way to end this year in such a deep dived manner. And God willing, we're gonna keep doing more in this coming year. God willing, we have a lot more to do, a lot more work to do, and we're gonna be here doing it, right? And God willing, you guys will keep watching. Yeah, you guys will keep sharing that, because that's when we can keep growing and keep doing what we're doing. So some of the things I mentioned at the top of the hour, but I'm just going to re-mention real quick as we wind down. The link I'm dropping here, SeeJeanty.com/shop. You can go there. We have a book, 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti, Lucrative Business Ideas, Insightful Success Stories, Interesting Business Opportunities for Visionary Entrepreneurs. A book, a lot of the things we talked about in terms of networking, in terms of taking it slow, in terms of different ideas to engage. Education is its own section. A lot of these ideas are sectioned off. Education has its own section, and there's a bunch of different ideas in the education section in that book, 101 Ways to Make Money. It's on Amazon right now. You can buy it. It's a digital copy. You have to get a digital copy and you get it right away. You get the hard copy, and you'll get that mailed to you. Getting the funds help with SeeJeanty Media, of course, and what we're doing, and also it's helping yourself. So do take a look at that. And also, when you go to that link, by the way, we have this other thing that's on there, cassava, directly from OCOP. We were just talking about OCOP and OCOP connection, and actually have stock right now on Amazon, so you can buy 100% our brand for Haitian, for the hyper distribution, Simple Haitian. You actually buy that there too. I had to mention that real quick. You can buy quality cassava there. Join, if you like this level of conversation, join the SeeJeanty Action Group. Do join that. It's a space for conversation, sharing, and a lot of different things that are a lot of different things that we have within ourselves that we like to talk about. That, unfortunately, because I'm not doing media at the level I used to do it, because this show used to be daily. You guys, my original OGs know this. We used to do this conversation daily, but now we're doing it monthly. But to keep that level of conversation going, join the action group and share and follow and participate in that area. The private WhatsApp group is a space. It's our Patreon. It's our Patreon. By the way, if I'm going to ask you what the name of the book, there it is. That's the name of the book. Just put 101 Ways to Make Money in Haiti, and you'll find that, by the way. And it's our private WhatsApp group. Is our Patreon. It supports a lot of the things we got going on here. We have a media team that's always producing content and participating in that, helps with the funds. But most importantly, I'm in there. A lot of folks who are curious, how do I, Chris? I want to chat with you. I want to talk with you. Well, come to the group and let's talk amongst the group. And because it's not just about me. That's one thing I always want to make it very clear. I am not going to change Haiti. Jovenel learned that the hard way. One man cannot change Haiti. It takes a group to change Haiti. So come join the group and let's collaborate. Let's talk about it. Let's flesh these ideas out. Let's support each other and let's impact and let's get this country changed, right? And that's what the private WhatsApp group is there. It's primarily there for, in addition to a way to help, provide us the baseline to keep doing the incredible content that we're doing here at SeeJeanty Media. And of course, do check out hyprodistribution.com. It's a company that's laser focused on buying products, different products, from Jonjon to our coffee, to our sucre miel, to our black castor oil, limaskitsi. I mean, you name it. If it's a Haitian product and you're used to it, we're taking out of Haiti by the container load, and bringing it out and selling it in America. I mentioned coffee. We've partnered with Cafe Lux and the Copo Cafe brand as well. And if you're looking to become a wholesaler yourself, feel free to reach out. But if you just want to buy the products, you go to the products section of the website and you'll see links to Etsy. You'll see links to Amazon. We're selling Lalo now. You can get Lalo directly from Lati Bonite. We're selling it right now. And then a lot of stuff we've just added. I got to restock though. G Shela, Jonjon, stuff like that. That's something that we get them. They sell real quick, so it's hard to keep on the shelves. But we're working on that. So check out hyperdistribution.com. That's if folks wonder where's Chris? I don't see Chris as much as more. It's because I'm knee deep in hyper distribution and getting the word out on that. But so that's the show. Again, thank you so much. Thanks for really you guys, everyone who watches consistently are the special sauce of what makes SeeJeanty Media so special, so great. And let's keep doing it. Let's keep pushing it. 2023, I promise you, is going to be such an awesome year. Oh my, just promise me when we're back December 2023, I'm gonna say I told you so. I told you this. I can't talk about 2024, but 2023, I am the most optimistic I've ever been about Haiti. All right. So okay, that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you, and we'll be back at it again. And we're back at it again. Peace.